don't want to listen. They just want to be heard. They just want to talk.
Yeah, you know what? Can you grab that scripture, brother? Open up. It'd be like it'd be like a good song. And the head roughly quick, but they won't do it until roughly quick. The scripture will say they shall be like a good song that they praise him. Like the boy just did.
Right.
Oh yeah, what y'all got going on? But you already know.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
If you don't know what the Israelites are, yeah, you think. Khan and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song.
Yo, Khan, that's it. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of great millstone, taught us the truth. Honors and salutations to the elect. To the men that died on the work of Yahweh, Yahushua, to the Son of God's first. To the men, women, and children that believe in the true name of the Father and the Son. The Father's name is Yahweh. He exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai. He is the deliverer. He's coming to deliver us. Start with his elect. All right, out of captivity that we're in. All right, this is the Church of Philadelphia. Once again, come back out here on the highways and hedges to deal with the temperaments and the elements. That's how we live in it, man. Where we were commanded to do these things. You know? And, it's a promise with everything, man. You know, God trust in the Lord. You know, like we went through, like, you know, your whole lifetime. You went through a whole lot. This, but now you're actually into the time where the Bible told you these times are going to happen. So can you go into these schools and learn about that? No, you can't. They would try to remove it or change it. You know?
We're in a time where, we all fall short of the glory of the Lord, right? The majority of these people, they don't know the judgment that's coming upon them. That's why they're going to cry, why? We're in the time of prophecy, as Yahushua said, these things is going to happen before my second return, And so, one more for those that know better, right? So, we know his name, we know the true doctrine. So when we get chastised, when we go through our trials and tribulations, we understand why. We know why. Because the Lord chastised those he loved, as the scriptures have said. Right? Because it's preparing us. It's preparing us physically, spiritually, and mentally for what's about to come. These people don't know what's coming, man. And we talking about our own people. You know? That's why it's always been a remnant. Throughout all generations, it's always been a remnant. You know? Because every time the Lord brought down a generation or captivity or kingdom, he saved the remnant. But he raised up certain people, certain like prophets to warn them before it happened. So you know, like, you know what I mean? It's justified. Right now it's going to be justified. Especially now.
Got that scripture, bro.
God.
Let's go, man. Like, as we look around, like, it's yo. You know how weak, man. We're just tired of looking at this bullshit. Tired of hearing this bullshit. And we know who we are. Like, yo, it's like a man in prison. A man in prison, like, yo, I put it on the tip like this. You're a man locked up with that.
Lock it down, man.
Wow. You got all these, whatever, you on the level of something in society. So-called society.
Right.
So now when they lock you up, you got on the same blues as everybody else.
Right.
When you first come in, you got on the same oranges as everybody else. All right, you might have a couple dollars more than that. But that's where we at now. Yo, we're locked up right now. We're in prison. We're incarcerated underneath underneath Esau. We got on the oranges. Some people got on oranges. Some people got on the blues. Whatever the hell, whatever city is Steve from, whatever state you in. We're locked up. We're incarcerated. That's why we come out and speak. And yo, they want to hit us again. This bullshit. They hit us with a copyright last week for people riding by.
Yeah, right.
People riding by playing music.
Right. That shows you the wickedness. Right. And they know it. They know it. That's just the wickedness. Right. Yeah. And I tell you what, too, in regards to what's going on in these days, too, I don't care what you think or who you think you are in this society. You're nothing. Because you're not in your power seat. We are not in our power seat. I don't care what degree you think you got, what job you think you got, because Esau, Edom, and the other heathen nations can take it from you in a second. Trust and believe that. So if you think you can look down on a brother, you think you're better than a brother, you're an idiot. We're all fighting for the same penny. We all want salvation. You think you got a little bit of money, that's a bag full of holes. You ain't listen, people better humble down and just try to be a just man. You know, as the title has said. And if you really understand as a man of the Lord, when you sin, right? Because we all do, you should feel awful.
Yo, we are, yo.
Right? You should feel awful.
A sense of remorse.
Right. And humbleness too.
You should, and me and the brother was talking about this before camp, right? Where you should reflect on yourself.
Right.
Because anybody could come on.
Right.
You know, are you sincere?
Right.
Now, when you go through certain trials and tribulations, are you really reflecting on yourself? Because it's a build-up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, when we talk about like boxing, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be easy. You know, you're gonna have to get beat up. For you for the Lord, because the scripture said the Lord chastises those he loves.
And he gonna humble you too, because you think you're somebody. You
what you said earlier, bro, they want to be comfortable.
Right.
Because the Lord is allowing them to be comfortable in wickedness.
Right.
When you know the truth, you realize, nah, this ain't it.
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Shalom, Magan said, pride is a motherfucker. You're right. Hey, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument.
Yo, start at verse 30. Matter of fact, yo, start at verse 30.
30, come. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee.
Yo, that's right now.
Ah,
They're talking against us. What are we doing wrong?
Right.
Because you got Trump. Now you got listen, Nero. You talking about you want to make America great again?
the cruel Lord.
Nigga, right? They hot right on that, bro. They hot right on that. Right? As soon as you say, oh, make America great again, I'm talking about you slave-ass Israelites, and I'm talking about physically. Mentally, yo, okay, our body is still in chains. But mentally, once we come out of this place, our mind is not here no more. That's why we're considered public enemies. Why? Because we know who we are.
Right.
Now you have a voice to say, because like you got so many people. Why do you think people keep having podcasts? They want to be the voice of something.
Right.
We the voice of the streets. According to the scriptures, man. And that's what we give you. We don't give you no bullshit. All these podcasts that come, yo, Gillian and what, $1 million worth of games? $1 million. So you're saying $1 million, that's still garbage, man. You're a peasant. We got trillions of dollars worth of game coming out there. We got heritage worth of game, if you will.
It's everlasting.
Everlasting against game, man.
Ah.
That's why the Lord says, store up your treasures in heaven.
Ah.
But people don't understand that because that's we storing up through our beliefs, man, through our works, the works. But it tells you in Hebrews, I believe it's Hebrews, 4:11. Labor therefore to enter into that rest.
Ah.
So this is the real labor. So when I talk to people and on a daily basis, as Yahweh Shah did, where's your church at? This is church. You know? To call out. You know? That's
Ah. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee.
Yo, the children of our people, they're talking against us. Why? Because they don't understand it. Like you got this guy, Nero, with those draconian laws and things like that. And they look at us when we come out here. Look at those guys. The children of our people are still speaking against you. Keep on, brother.
And speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from Yahweh. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
See that? See that? That's the point right there. Yo, a lot of people come out here. Oh, yeah, y'all brothers, yo, Shalom. They hear the words, and you tell them, yo, all you're doing, just like a father. If you're a father, you have children, and you tell your children, yo, listen, don't do this, don't do that. Because, first of all, to be a father, you was here before the fucking child. You know? So you tell them, yo, don't do this, don't do this, because this is going to happen if we don't live in the earth. And they still do it. That's the way they look at us.
And hey, we're not asking you to come out here and join us, right? Because this ain't for everybody.
That part.
Hey man, you gotta have. Well, the Lord has to give you that spirit.
Fuck, who
Yeah.
wanna listen?
Right.
Well, you know what? I say you care about what the elect. Because if the elect
Right.
comes up here and listen, and we can teach them, that's what it's about.
Right.
But all you other motherfuckers, fuck.
And the point is, you don't have to join us. You don't have to come and be a prophet. But here's the thing here. We're telling you what to do, and you're disobedient, stiff-necked, and don't want to do the word. We just want you to follow the laws, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, understand that you're an Israelite, and have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Shai. That's the hope for you. Hey, we're not worried about you coming out here trying to join us.
But see, the majority don't believe.
Right.
That's why Yahweh Shai, when he was speaking in parables, he said, it's not meant for you to know.
Shai.
It really parables.
Shai.
But no, when Yahweh Shai did that, right?
It's for them to it was a for certain elect to receive.
We're to receive it and listen and
saying.
do the works. Yeah, and do
Right,
work.
because
Yeah.
nowadays people create a religion, a group,
Right.
not even religion, but a group, a foundation
Shai.
of their own
Right.
that's against what the words of the Lord said,
Shai.
because it fits their agendas,
Right.
because they want to be comfortable with how they live it. But at the end of the day, that's going to be the downfall.
Yeah.
Because when the economy collapses, hear me out, real quick, when the economy collapses, that's their God.
Shai.
At
Yeah.
the end of the day.
Wrong
So
type
that's
of
what they're
fame.
comfortable
Yeah.
in being. Comfortable in the society. So when the economy collapses, that's their God.
Shai.
When we're telling you, the Lord always delivered us out of situations.
Shai.
You know?
It says, verse 31, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
Right, so right now, how long has the men been coming out here speaking? I'm telling you the truth. And I seen, I ain't watched the video, but I seen the title. He said, Apostle DeBar, he said, like, this thing has become entertainment. You know, you got a lot of men, man, in Israel. A lot of men set up. A lot of men, they go off for doctrine. The apostles, when they cursing somebody else. Yeah, that's part of the doctrine. But you have men that solely, that's because they look at the views.
Right.
If I get this many views out there, they're not in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai wasn't looking for no views, man. You know? Read that again, brother.
Shai.
Because, yo, and that's the truth. Because that's what we're doing. That's what we're telling you, man. We ain't out here for ourselves. We're out here for him, the one that sent us. And that's how you know the difference of who want to be seen and who don't want to be seen. But yo, if you don't want to be seen, that's like you going into your private closet praying to the Lord and he's going to bring you up. Why? Because you trust in him. Straight up. You can't hide from that. But a man that don't do that, you just want to come outside. Look at me.
Right.
You're going to get exposed. But a man that really loves the Lord is going to go into his private closet and pray to him. Read that again.
Shai. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 31. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people.
Right. See that? Like, we got a lot of people out here. They are people, but no, brother, yes. But in your mind, you already know what you believe.
Shai.
You got people
Islam.
that say, oh, God is good all the time. Blah, blah, blah. Not realizing.
But you can't even, like, with that, you gotta understand that this place is big ass garden where all seeds is there. That's why I was a garden of Eden. The Lord looked at the earth and said, "This is good. I'm gonna plant." Yo, He planted everything. Going back into Genesis, man. The Lord planted everything here, all seeds. Adam being one of the fruits, the outside. He named them. That's how He's able to come and like speak to you on a level that whatever you're going through, I'll create it. Go speak to him like this. This is whether you like corporate world to negative. The Lord talks to everybody. Straight like that. And He always sends somebody right there. Yeah, in your situation. You sit there and talk to you. So how the fuck you think you would have woke up? If somebody like, give me your passage, man. What is hard?
It says, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
After they're going to keep one to themselves.
It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not.
That's right, you got right now, talk to you Israelites and Israel that know that you're Israelites. Shame on you for you want to be mad at the apostles. Why are you mad at them? You're really not mad at the apostles. You're mad at Yahweh, Bashim Shah, because He ain't choose your bitch ass. Exactly. You hear the words. Oh, this is good. So now you try to, let's do marriage. Let's do this and this. Now you go. Everything that's in this book is already written and is preordained for the men that's supposed to get salvation from the beginning. When we come out here on these highways and hedges, and all these people out here, a lot of these people's already dead. So their opinion don't mean shit. You can come up here and say this. If you're not trying to sit down and listen, why is we even having a conversation? We came from out of this.
Right.
That's why we're here talking.
Right.
And even and on top of that, like it's like we have to go through it even more. Saturdays. Like me and the brother, it's just about children and everything, having a time, whatever. But what is the main focus? What is the main goal? Right here, man. Fuck that.
Right. That's what's going to give us blessed. Like Paul said,
Verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
So then, that's what they're going to know. And what's prophet mean? Well,
Prophesy.
see it before it happens.
To
And we've been telling you. We're telling you, yo, the major prophets like the MOT to the good. Yo. And I'm going to say this, man. You even have Bible belters, Midwest and all that. I'm talking about Edomites. Yo, some of them might be takes. I don't know. But those are ones they like, yo, we're not going for this shit. They know something, bro.
they didn't take the Vlade Diva.
Exactly.
They do none of that. I'm telling you that right now.
And some of them could be.
Right.
I will put that out there. Some of them could be. We don't know.
Yeah.
This is not our show. This is his show. That's what we ought to do to speak the truth. Even though we come out here on the holiday and others don't look as good as good. We still need salvation, man. We want to get out of here. There's a million people that come on. No, then even more now. So this thing is. Sometimes it makes you angry because of when you see a person, you're like, yo, this nigga full of shit. And he's still out there. But he got a following, but
Right.
guess what? That's what the Lord ordained. So you gotta be, gotta sit there and do it. That's another part of the doctrine, man. It's another part. It's another part. But you're gonna know who's a real prophet because you go to Deuteronomy and talk about if that prophet says he said if he sends a prophet, he doesn't prophesy what he says.
And if it comes to pass,
Yeah.
then you know that's
That's not a thing. And that's
I was thinking that this week too. So, because you got a lot of men that proclaim, yo, this is gonna happen. That's gonna happen, but we don't know. We know through watching the current events. You know what I'm saying? And filtering it through the scriptures where things are gonna occur, but to know when and where everything is gonna unfold, can't say that because now you're gonna be considered as a liar. You know?
Well,
And that's
how
why
about
you gotta be
Shai
careful
told us
because
we don't know the time,
we don't know
right?
the
We
time.
know the signs.
We
and-
know the signs.
Yeah.
We know that he's near. We know that through the scriptures where it says wars and rumors of war, pestilence, like we see those things happening.
Right.
So we just measure it out. You know, like it tells you in I believe second Mentions, the 5th chapter, we're measuring out spiritually. Yahweh shouting you to know when he's gonna come back.
Right.
You know? So how do you know when the Lord, like, I get it. We hasten in the day of the coming of the Son of Man. But we're not making lies.
No. I mean, hey, like we say, hey, we wish it was yesterday. And if it didn't happen yesterday, hey, we want it to happen today.
But if you don't know, and then you just start speaking things like that, now you're making the Lord as a liar.
Yeah, you making
Now
mockery.
you're a liar, nigga.
Yeah.
You know, as an individual. Now you're known as you're just spewing madness out your mouth.
Right.
You know, we're telling people, our people, in the highways and the byways, sincerely, things are about to happen. Do we know when, where, how? No. You know, we just go according to the scriptures. Do
Right.
we know that we're near? Yes, we do. You know,
Hey,
that's why I said watch and pray.
But yo, what's your time frame? When it comes into when it comes into these upcoming things, you gotta watch. A lot of people are watching. I will watch, right? But I will watch. Isaiah, probably started this one. Finished that book last night.
Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, you had Ezekiel 34. You was actually going into that. That's crazy. Yeah, what you were saying is actually going into that too.
You want to read that one too? Well, read that.
Yeah, all right. So Ezekiel 34, as the brother was talking about prophesying and all that, it says, and the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh power unto the shepherds. Woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. Should not the shepherds feed the flocks?
So listen, when you go into these churches, right? What do they do? Pass the offering pot around. That's why a lot of jakes don't want to go to church. But the woman is the consumer. So what she likes to do, she likes to spread that money out. You're getting child support from your husband or your ex, whatever. So you're getting that money and you want to throw that into the pot of the churches, right? And you're thinking, because you're being wicked. So you're thinking that's going to come back good for you. Come back good. You know, because you listen to a shepherd that's not the house that the Lord sent. Malak, why? King David, right? He was a shepherd of Israel. How do you know? Because look, all you gotta do is read the Psalms. Look what he did. Read the Proverbs. I was a man after the Lord's own heart, man. His mindset. You know? But our people now, they're not after that, man. Look at them. Just look, you can look around you. You know, they chased a woman. You know, like King David, he made mistakes. He made mistakes, just like every man does. But the Lord has mercy on that man. But don't think like you can do the same thing that man did. You can't.
Right.
That's why you're supposed to. That's why you're supposed to be.
Just like you know what? Just like back in when they used to sacrifice animals for their sins. They already had it premeditated. Because like you can't just say, oh, my forefathers did this so I can do it. No. There was a reason at that time. And that man was individually chosen from the Lord.
And when you think about it, hey, what does the Lord say? My ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. So we can't go in to try to explain what Yahweh Shemel Shai, he's chosen. David was a chosen vessel. So, you know, hey, he's predestinated to be that king.
Raza, what we in as far as the scriptures of the day?
Ezekiel.
And what did Ezekiel see?
Huh.
Building.
The temple.
And your body is a temple. There's certain compartments that you couldn't even come through there.
Right.
On certain days. It tells you.
Yeah,
man.
precise measurements too.
Come on, man.
That's
why I sing. That's why I send the scriptures out, because it's not just it's for you to meditate on and read, and you always give me input back. And you be like, yo, why? And then you hit me with this, and then you throw your joint. I'm like, the brother's watching. See, that's the girl. You know, because like the Lord, the measurements and everything, 1 and 2 that what we're talking about. Certain men, when it talks about the princes, obviously, certain men couldn't even come through certain chambers on certain times, man. You know? That's how important the men of Israel are. Well, the elect of Israel. That's the only ones that's going, bro. The only ones coming through the chambers. You know?
Hey, it's so decent too, because Ezekiel was talking about it. When you talk about protocol, he said if you come into the north gate, you got to go out the south gate. If you come into the south gate, you got to go out the north gate.
Because that's the way you came in. So the same way you came in, you're going to leave different. Because you're going to hear something that's going to change. Like, I got to go here now. And that also lets you know that man's goings is of the Lord, man. You know? Man's goings is of the Lord. Because you come in this gate, just like you coming to like them bars or whatever, you come in, you be like, oh, it's a one-stop joint. You come in, I only could come in the front, I gotta go back out the front. The Lord said, you coming this way, you're leaving that way. And when you leave out that way, you're gonna have a testimony to other people. You know? These people don't understand that, man. These people is crazy, yo. Like,
they don't get that.
Really crazy.
You ain't going in and coming out the same way. You have to put on that new man.
Leaving the same way. Once you come in, you're not leaving the same way.
That's how thorough the scriptures are, man.
Well, the Lord don't lie to you. But when you go into a church building, you come in the front door, you leave out the same door.
Right.
You leave, and you know what? And the reason why the Lord did that, Matter of fact, can you grab that brother?
Yeah.
Just for this one point, I want to bring up because what it tells you come in squad, right?
Right.
So when you come into a place, you're supposed to leave out different.
Right.
Spiritually. That's why the Lord said, yo, if you come to the
Right,
north gate,
right.
if you come to the north gate, you leaving out the south gate. If you come to the south gate, you leaving out the north gate. Why?
Right.
Because you're going to bump heads with somebody, a brother, you're going to talk, and it's going to change your whole mindset of everything, man. You know? These niggas, they don't even fathom that, man. They don't fathom that. They don't even understand that. They wouldn't even pick up the book to read it like, oh, well, why does it say this? It's telling you. It's telling you, man.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 46, verse 9. I'll go to 8.
You start right there.
And when the prince shall enter, he shall go in by the way of the porch of that gate.
By the way of the porch. When the prince is talking, Yahushua, the ultimate prince. That's one of Yahushua's titles. The Prince of Peace. And being underneath of him, right? And this talking about a temple that the Lord made, right? So the prince is talking about Yahushua.
Right.
So when he's the only one that can enter certain chambers. You know, like going into Joshua, you go back to Moses and all that. The Levites, they was the priests. They was the only ones that could enter into certain chambers that any other man couldn't enter into. Because if you try to, then this where you get a lot of like these, what they say, Abrahamic religions, where they try to rope around you. Where that comes from is when the priest walked into those chambers. They try to rope around their waist. Because if that priest dropped dead, they couldn't go in there and grab him up and take him out. They had to pull him out like this. Because he wasn't permitted to go into there. That's how serious the Lord is. And a lot of you niggas, because it hasn't happened so fast, but a lot of niggas that come out here in the highways and hedges and talk Yahushua, if you're not right, the Lord is going to kill you, man. He's going to kill you, yo. Straight like that. And I can't put it no other different than that. And I'm telling you the truth. Fuck it. It is what it is. She got a brother.
God.
Look this up.
That's how serious it is, bro. That's how serious it is.
God. It says, and when the prince shall enter, he shall go in by the way of the porch of that gate, and he shall go forth by the way thereof. But when the people of the land shall come before Yahweh in the solemn feast, he that entereth in by the way of the north gate to worship shall go out by the way of the south gate.
See that? So now it's telling you like, yo, when we go, because it's certain well, it says it's a holy day. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's talking about the fast.
God.
So you come through. You know, the Prince of Peace is coming through.
In the back.
Yeah, but he could leave how he comes because he's the Prince of Peace. But when you come through there, your whole mindset is going to change. Just like the Day of Atonement, man. What's the Day of Atonement about? You're remorseful of everything that you did. And the Lord only requires that once a year. That's how merciful he is. But you can do it multiple times a year. But that's the only do. Just like a motherfucker, like you old child support son, they be like, yo, just give me what's required.
Right.
Once you give them that, they like, yo, you know what? You paid this. Well, just pay a little bit. No, you're supposed to give them more than, you know what I mean? What's required? That's why Yahushua said, render the Caesars with Caesars, because we don't know. We read about things, man. We pray for those things. We hope for those things. But the Lord already has it. He already has it lined up, man. You know? You got it, brother.
It says, and he that entereth by the way of the south gate shall go forth by the way of the north gate.
Right.
He shall not return by the way of the gate whereby he came in.
See that? So that's it. That means you're supposed to be a different man. That's all that's saying. You're supposed to be a different man. If you come in this door, why you got just like these stores? You can come in the store, the one door, one way. You can leave it out the same way. You can't come into the store and leave out the back door. But this entrance, I'm just telling you, enter ye at the street gate. And that's a representation of that. Because the Lord, when he spoke to the prophets, he's telling you what he requires of you, man. But these people don't dig it. And that's why they're in calamity, and that's why they mess up, and that's why the Lord is going to laugh at them. When all these things happen, because they don't want to stop by and listen, you don't want to tap in and check in. Listen, that's cool. It's cool, but it's not cool. It's cool, but it's not cool, because we really out here, like we're really out here putting our lives on the line.
Making our bodies the living sacrifice.
But guess what? At the end of the day, you're going to get everything that you was asking. You got it, brother.
It says, and he that entered by the way of the south gate shall go forth by the way of the north gate. He shall not return by the way of the gate whereby he came in, but shall go forth over against it.
Being a changed man. Why be a changed man? You know? When you come into this word, you can't be the same man that you was when you come into it. Of course, you're going to have your downfalls, you're going to slip, you're going to do a whole lot. Because the enemy is going to try to attack you. When I say the enemy, I'm talking about the adversary, that counterpart, the spiritual. Because you got the physical out here.
We said you got it not against flesh and blood, against principality.
And I was just looking it up too on my phone. That prince is like that chief priest, the high priest.
Who's that?
You know? Yeah, ultimately that high priest is Yahushua.
I appreciate
right.
it.
Yeah.
That's why he's going to come in. Like, go. Why do you think Yahushua snapped at the temple, the second temple, when they was doing it wrong around the Passover? That's around the time he was doing. He flipped, man. He snapped. Because, for one, they're overcharging people for the Passover meat, and he represents them. He was the one that came through Egypt and delivered you niggas, man. Yahweh gave that, and guess what? And yo, one thing that you don't understand, he did all that. And when he came, you talk about Matthew and all that, he came in the flesh and was like, yo, this talking about me. This, that. He was chilling. He ain't draw. He's like, yo, this is talking about me. This is it. So how are you going to get angry at that, man? Yo, this man, if it was up to me, he wouldn't even come out here no more. He would just, yo, we want the Lord to come to deliver us if we was one of that number. But it's not up to us. And yo, the apostles was the same way. They hastened on the day of the Lord. They wanted to happen back then. So how much more right now? How much more right now, man?
In a lot of days, where it's going to be the most intense. You know? But that's why we know, man, prophecies is going to get worse. These demons are going to get worse. Things are going to get more critical because we're in a lot of days.
Hey, what does scripture say? He that endured to the end. So we got to endure to the end. You know?
Yeah,
that's the type of faith you got to have.
And that shows you endure what? Because that shows you another thing. They're not saved yet.
Right.
These Christians, these Muslims, they thinking that they got it all.
Right.
No, the Lord said those that endure to
Yeah.
what end?
Huh.
We're in the end. to endure what though? All hell's about to break loose.
God.
They talking about the chip, 2026. All newborns got to take that. We at that time.
God.
This is what we've been speaking about. Now they're cutting everything off. All restrictions, you know. Hey man,
Hey.
comfortability is gonna be no more.
Yeah. We think you're going to, we're in some rough times now. And most men of the Lord are going through something, right? And it's going to get even worse. So just imagine that. That's why he said you got to endure to the end. And that's why it's not about you. It's about the faith that the Lord is going to pour on you. It's about this mighty spirit the Lord is going to give you.
Good.
Yo, you got your barbecue, bro?
Yeah.
Finish that up, but can you grab
Yeah, that's it on that.
Sirach 12? Start of verse 1. Fuck up the sun. If I'm not mistaken. So what you just said. You're going through a lot of things, and you gotta understand. When you come to certain motives, you gotta be prepare yourself for temptation.
All right.
Prepare yourself for temptation.
Hey, you're going to get tried.
And I always tell brothers that real rap, man, because it's like, just because you got some camps and groups that put out there, oh, you're Israel, oh, everything is cool, you're saved. That's that Christian doctrine bullshit. No. Yahweh Shai, listen, when he came, right? He endured it. That's why he was able to talk like that. And he came in many times, man. He went through the ringer. He got put on the cross, crucified in front of all you fucking niggas, man. In front of all of you. And you wonder why your kids dying now. Because you called for that. Fucking bitch ass niggas. I got no remorse for none of you, man. At this point. Because, yo, you really, like, do you understand what you did, man? Did you know? You put the Prince of Peace to death. And he even told you that's how fly he is. He said, man, no man takes my life from me. I lay it down. That's heavy. That's heavy talk. And he did it. He did it. Because he's that guy. Fuck off.
What was you looking for?
Sirach 12 and 4, verse 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably not what you're looking for. Spoke of Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it.
10.
Sirach 10. Sirach 10.
I think it's something. I think. When I was playing, I said,
That's,
Oh, no.
No, that's
No.
Sirach first chapter.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sirach 1.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
The reason why we bring this one out for
Sirach, the second chapter. Chapter 2.
Come on.
Chapter 2, verse 1.
well, we bringing this out because
Come.
we men, man. We're not superheroes. We're not none of that. In the flesh. We hope and pray to be a part of that number. We hope to be uplifted. And the part of that is what the brother's about to read. Called out the wrong scripture, say forgive me. We want to be a part of this evolution.
God. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1.
Good.
My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
See that constantly enduring. You come to serve the Lord, yo, the devil, because yo, Satan though, look at Job, yo. You go to Job 1:1 when it says the sons of the Lord came. Satan was amongst them. That's how you know that Satan was one of the sons of the Lord. Right? He came to tempt him. Let's say he constantly endured. Because, like I said, the reason why I brought that up because, like, Satan knows, he knows how to get at you. You might be like, yo, you might be the dude, yo, man, I'm this, yo, can't nobody get my way to the Lord. Then the Lord used something that's close to you. You have to put that little, now you're weak. That's why it's supposed to be.
Do it on your side.
That's why Paul gloried in that. You know?
Right.
He gloried in that thorn in his side because he's like, yo, because he's thinking about it. So that you know, like, yo, the Lord gave me. So look at everything that Paul did. It's past. Right? There's still a man of the Lord. And that's why he went double hard. Because of what he did, what he knew. The outside came out, Paul, why persecutest me now? Why you persecuting me, man? I don't know where you coming at. A lot of them, Simon was top dog, Peter. He got his sight back. Now you got a new insight. Now you're able to come up here and talk to the people. The people still was like, yo, this dude, nah, he was already trying to kill us. Yeah, man.
Just like now, they look at us like rebels or Yahweh Shai when he was on the scene. And he said some prophetic sayings. They're like, oh, he's going to destroy our temples or whatever, but not knowing like it wasn't that time. Just like now, we're saying, yo, all hell's about to break loose. Are we going to bring bombs here? No, we're not. We're prophesying, we're saying the Lord is going to bring this place down. You know? But they'll look at us like, oh, they rebels, look at them. They want to be teased. If you know what I mean. Because I don't want to get a flag on the channel. The same thing now, because we come in the representation of our forefathers. The same thing they did, we're doing it now. It's not new under the sun. You know?
It says, it's the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Yo, this temptation. Because yo, you got some men, they be like, I don't need no one. Yo, no, I'm telling you, at these times right now, all your, how would you say, all everything that you've been bottled up with and everything is going to take a toll like from the highest level right now. Because you gotta know who you serve. You want a woman, she's going to come to you. You also want to do it, you want children, they want to come to you. You want this, you want to come to you. Everything. But yo, do you trust in the Lord or above all, over all that? That's what it's about, man. That separates the boys from the men. Because, yo, I'm telling you, that chick, and that MOT, yo, like, what was all his joke with Nick? Yo, Nick, you put your foot in your mouth. It's June, you know, Michael Chip. And he said it, now it's August, man. Okay? It's June, and there ain't nothing coming. Yo, your congregation and the ones that believe in you is going to look at every June.
Well, but the bottom line is, it is here. It's here.
Well, every June, and the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because when I was a child, that movie, and I know you know about it, You've Been Left Behind.
Yeah.
That shit scared the shit out of me as a child.
Yeah.
I remember coming into the house, my grandmother, she always cooked dinner. I'm talking about coming from school. So you gotta imagine like 3, 4 o'clock. I come in the joint, I see water on the stove just boiling. And I'm running through the house. Oh, grandma, grandma. And I saw, I was like, oh shit. I said, the rapture came, I got left. You know, that shit traumatized me. But through the fear of the Lord, we persuade many, man.
Huh.
You know, you got it, brother.
It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble.
Yeah, make not haste in the time of trouble, man. Because it's coming. Trouble, Jacob's trouble is coming. So what you going to do? You want to take the chick because, oh, you can't eat, you can't do this, you can't do that. Make not haste. Don't be so fast to make a crazy ass decision when all these things are written down for you, man.
Because that would show a lack of faith in the Lord.
God.
That would show a lack of like patience.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
not only that, it shows
That's
that,
something. We're gonna have to do something, man.
yeah, it shows that you think you can save yourself. You know, so true men of the Lord are going to be calm in them days. They ain't going to bug out. You got people that are going to straight up bug the hell out, right? Because the devil has come down having great wrath because, you know, he has but a short time. So, yeah, the true prophets are going to be calm in that day. Matter of fact, they're going to be like, yeah, bring that martial law. Bring that famine of the word. Bring the, yeah,
Hey,
bring
but
all
there's
of it.
the scriptures specify. It says, we shall be even as pilgrims
Right,
on that day. So
right. Hey,
that's how you prepare
Right.
mentally, spiritually, and physically.
time.
You know, because we're gonna have to be under the radar. This society, if you're not with it, you're against it. So they're trying to have it to a one world system.
Right.
You can't travel, you can't go to one state, you can't do that. Where you gonna go? Who you gonna call? Where you gonna go?
Right. So
This is the only resort, man.
only,
No.
only, and the only way you're gonna be saved too. That's why it says the strangeness of our salvation. Right? When we get beamed up, people are gonna be looking up and say, "Damn." You know, these were the people we had in derision. These were the people we thought was nothing.
And like the brother mentioned, some they have families, wives, children. Yahweh Shai sacrificed his life. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, in that day, our so-called wives, so-called ribs, so-called children be like, damn. Hey, they know a prophet has been among them. Because guess what? A prophet can't be famous in his own land. They looking at you, come on, man. I know you. What are you talking about? Right? That's how they treat us.
but see, Satan will use that against us. Whatever we have here, he'll use it against
Right.
you. He can lie.
Yeah.
He can lie. His wife, man, he was out of here.
Right.
Bitch, if you ain't catching up, nigga, that's on you.
Right. She
It's
wanted
like,
that
you
world.
know,
God. It says, to make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
That's what you just said, right?
Ah,
Cleave on the hook.
how about you never shot? Yeah.
With all these niggas out here, yo, these niggas that sell drugs, they do all type of, what you say, fucks. But they walk past this place. I mean, even my son in Poop, he walked past with his chicken knife. So like, and I told you since you was little, young boy about to do it. You know the name of the Lord. So there's no excuses for you. You know? It's not. Now, all of a sudden, a lot of times when you had problem, and that goes with like the brother, he said, don't anoint my son. He has to prove himself.
Hey, you gotta earn it. You gotta earn it.
Yo, and you know what? That's righteous. I respect it. Because you're not looking at like, oh, this is my son, you're looking at things like spiritual level. I can't pursue it. It has to be a game.
All right.
It's like the men of the Lord. How they going to pick it up? They have to be ordained. Preordained. They good about it. That's why they're going to make hates in the time of trouble. Right now, Jacob trouble's coming. So what you going to resort back to your old ways because you can't get this, you can't get this. You good fucking dog, return to your vomit, man. You know, we need salvation out of this place. Israel is the only place, the only people that needs salvation. And where is it coming from? The one that they don't want to call the house, which is named the house. He is the deliverer. He is salvation. He is the one to be Alpha and Omega. That's one of his titles. And I got all of them for him on my phone. I got a lot of his titles right there. For people that like to always say, well, he call about anything.
Yeah, right.
About any title, well, you do that. You know what? Matter of fact, the ones that say that, well, you call him by any name you want to call him, and whatever picture of mine, and I guarantee you, it's Caesar who's there, so you call him all those names and see it away as he gets something.
Yeah. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
No, they're not in the low state. Whatever's brought upon us, take cheerfully. Because, the Lord gives you glimpses of who you are, man. You got popular people. And I mean, like, righteous popular, not just want to be popular. You just want to be cool with everybody. No. You got to know about yourself. You have to have, it has to be instilled inside of you. Right? A true man of the Lord don't want to be in the spotlight.
Right. Right.
We want to be behind the scenes.
Right.
But the Lord is going to bring your ass up.
Yeah. We ain't trying to be on the news.
Exactly.
Nobody's podcast.
Exactly.
Right.
We don't care about the views,
Right.
likes.
Yeah. Right.
Fuck about that.
So, because we know Yahweh Shemashai is going to bring judgment. We know we don't have to do a thing. We don't have to lift our finger.
Hey, what the scripture say? Because remember, Yahushua was walking to and fro in the midst of the people. He said, the scripture saying, for every maybe baptism, for every one sinner that repented, the angels rejoice. So that's how valuable that is. That's quality over quantity. The Lord deals with quality. He don't deal with quantity. If that's the case, he'll save everybody. No. He's dealing with precious jewels, man. To make his house. To make his house. You know, he's building his house. He wants every brick. It's not brick, but everything precise. To have it perfected. With his men.
It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Acceptable men. Let's say in the fire of adversity.
God, it says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
So what the hell do you think you're going through right here? You see this week in and week out, man. You know, this ain't nothing new. We're looked at as weirdos. But you know what? We honestly look at y'all as weirdos.
Right.
Like,
so, Buck, like, you want to join that little club over there? Laugh and joke and mock and scoff at us across the face. Because guess what? We know it's time we at. But you people don't.
that's right.
Honestly, we're sick and tired of talking to you.
Right.
But it's up to the Lord to give us, and that's when that patience comes, that endurance, constantly enduring to the end. Because the Lord, well, you know, like, we got everything to gain, nothing to lose. What do we have to lose? These women is trash. They fucked 100 men, or more than that. She's not even your woman. Your grandma that you thought your grandma, she done fucked 100 men too.
And they think that's cute too.
Exactly.
Try him out,
where
baby.
The fuck you want to be in this world for?
Try him out, baby. All
This
backwards.
is fucking bullshit.
Hey, and when you think about it, when we talk about adversity, if you're a man of the Lord and you don't think you're gonna be put in adversity, that's why I said in the other verse, take it cheerfully. So when that thing comes down, because what do they want you to do? Like in my case, right? When I went through that thing with the job, I could have smacked the shit out of everybody in there before I got out of there, right? But then what would have happened? I got arrested. Right, exactly, right?
You're cool. Who's
Right.
coming with me, man? Who's
Right.
coming with
Right. Right? But hey, I took it cheerful. I said, okay, because while you're doing it because I'm a man of the Lord. So obviously I'm doing the right thing. Because if that hurts you that much, I know this truth is hurting you even more. So hey, you gotta be ready as a man of the Lord to know these things are coming. Hey, and we talked about this for the last 2 years. I've been telling you what these people are going to do because they're ready to do it. They're ready to do it. They're ready. So when it happened, I guess they thought I was supposed to break down.
It wasn't a surprise.
No. Hey, we've been talking. I've been telling you this week in and week out what y'all going to do. We already knew what you were going to do. Hey. It says, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Ye that fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall.
Not another man's mercy,
All right.
the Lord's mercy.
All right.
You got a man that was in the wilderness, and they ain't trusting the Lord's mercy.
All right.
They want to go back to God. Just like these people, our beliefs, they say it, but they're gonna want to go back to Egypt. Oh, I had this good, I had that good.
Right.
All right, well, you know what? Go ahead. Because that's going to be your downfall. It's like the brother me, the lesson, not the other day, how the chip is idle
All right.
to people. They ultimately going to go to the ultimate idol worship and want to implement it in them, which is when something comes in you, that's a marriage.
Ah.
Yeah? So you becoming one with that fucking system.
Ah. Yeah, you made a covenant.
That's a virgin. That's a body. That's
Because
a
now, now you penetrate.
Right.
Now you've been penetrated. Now we all grew up as children, getting a lot of vitamin shots or whatever. But now it's to the point where it's like the eye, like the money, like the paper. It's in God we trust.
Huh.
Now that's your God. That's your power. That's your power. So for you to survive.
Right. That's your
You're
salvation.
gonna always survive, nigga. Yahweh Shai had us in the wilderness and still fed us. But people look past that. Where does it say Muhammad was surviving in the wilderness? Or whatever. Hey man.
Sure. It says, ye that fear Yahweh Bashim Shai, believe him, and your reward shall not fail.
Read that one more time.
Ye that fear Yahweh Bashim Shai, believe him, and your reward shall not fail.
Ye that fear. So, listen. You come out here, man. A lot of people come out here. They gotta come in groups, and this is just that. And I'm not going against that because you have some men that's the Lord has them come out in groups. That's how the truth started, the wildfire. But the men that come out here that really believe on it. You got that, brother?
It says, ye that fear Yahweh Bashim Shai, believe him, and your reward shall not fail.
Your reward is not going to
What's up,
fail.
brother?
So
God
come
bless
out here.
What's up, my brother? I ain't seen you
Yo,
for years.
bro, listen,
man.
go about your business.
I love you, though.
Bro, go about your
Be
business.
safe.
All right. Because you're
Safe.
disrespectful.
You say,
Yo. Saying that, yo, you gotta, that's another thing you have to endure. Here's what it is. We've been coming out here too long and all this to understand spirits.
Right.
Understand that. Like, we're not out here to argue. I'm not going to disrespect you and curse you out. I just know, like, yo, when you're seasoned in things, people like, oh, that tree right there, okay, that's the part of the tree or the branch in front. I choose not to deal with you. I can't do it.
Right.
But in the kingdom, okay, I can deal with you then. But right now, you're not equally yoked with this guy. They praise us. They praise us. That was not what's Amy reading that? They praise us their mouths.
Yeah, right.
And
He
say
just
that?
did as a witness. He just, hey man,
No,
Lord,
you gotta
hey
say,
man.
come on. Are we reading
You
that?
can't
Right
make
now?
that up. You can't make
can't.
that
Are
up.
we reading that?
You
Ain't we
know,
reading that?
I'm gonna bring that out again. Rewind. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 30.
Come on now.
And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song
Yo,
of one that hath a pleasant voice
come on now.
and can play well on an instrument.
Come on now.
For they hear thy words, but they do them not.
Come on now. That's the same dude that came out here. Bowed down to this brother. Ass hanging out and all that. Like, yo,
Pause.
he hears the words, but he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it, man.
All right.
You can talk to that man. We're a lovely song out here. Everybody going, oh, God, do it. God, I don't want that. I don't want your fucking praise, man.
Yeah, we're not celebrities. Just listen to the word and do it. Hear the word, hear the message. You know, that's crazy. How, hey man, call Hawaii shy, because you started out with that. We read it, and here he comes.
Manifest.
Always.
The
Yo,
Lord don't never, he don't play.
yo,
They say, me don't play.
Just have to know the Lord is speaking.
right.
Easy.
Yo, Cap, you still with,
Nah, that's right. Oh no, let me finish.
Sister
It says,
Wolf,
"Ye that fear Yahweh Bashim Shai, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy."
hope for good. You that fear for hope for good. What's to come? Because, yo, every brother in this circle right now, you wake up, you look around yourself, you're like, God damn. Another day in this place. Like a man that's locked up. When you're sleeping, you're dreaming. You know what I mean? You're in your mind, like the Lord, because that's how the Lord contacts you, by neural gland and everything. He communicates to you through that. So you're sleeping, you're like, you don't even know where you're at, man. When you wake up, it's like, oh shit, I'm still here? What the fuck?
Ah,
But it's going to come a day where one day they're never going to have that feeling again. You're going to wake up and you're going to be in bullshit, not in captivity. Because every man that has that gets convicted of a crime, he gets a sentence. Once that sentence is up, he has to come home. You have to release it. Yeah, we've been convicted of a crime. We're sentenced right now. Yeah, we're serving our time. But the Lord is like, yo, that sentence is about to come up and I'm going to release you. But he saw like, nope, yo, that nigga was on bad behavior. I got something on him. No,
Right.
you don't, dickhead. Nigga's done, man.
it says, "Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in Yahweh Bashim Shai and was confounded?
Come on now.
Or
yo.
did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
That's right.
Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?"
That's right. Yo.
Hey.
You can break that down.
Dang. Looking at the generation of old, like the brother said earlier, there's nothing new under the sun. The prophets of old went through the same thing we're going through now. So our faith is what was written aforetime, was written for our learning. Because we know if the prophets of old went through it, we must go through it today. Right? Because we're in that same spirit. That's why it says the spirit of the prophets was subject to the prophets. It says,
Right, and there's nothing new under the sun.
John,
You know? Because that's what's gonna define who we are through all hell picking.
And who gets confounded in these days? You got so-called men that so-called are not smart, right? That's what they think. That's what they say.
They're not smart.
And they're people with the highest doctrine, right, gets confounded by men of the Lord. How do you suppose that happens, right? Because none of us went to seminary,
And they
right?
pay top dollar for these.
Right,
Cemetery.
right. So yeah.
But these colleges, and
Right.
everything, right? Top dollars
Yeah.
for like men of our stature to come out from the streets to urban Americans, man. You know, but then the be able to pick up the Bible and get the understanding of
Right,
it and be able to come out and speak. That's a fearful thing.
right,
Because they like, yo, I thought I had this nigga want to be a gangbanger.
right,
He was this. No, this nigga's different. Let's watch it closer.
right.
Ah,
Hey, and guess what? We found out how really stupid they are. Whether you have a bachelor's, master's, or doctorate, going to these schools, you're dumb. This Bible is enlightenment. The wisdom is in the scriptures. You know, hey, you got people with these high degrees don't even know their color. We found that out in kindergarten, right?
that's how you know the scriptures is real. When it says, "We shall pour out His Spirit upon all flesh."
God,
That's any flesh, man.
right,
Because the Lord is the one of all spirits. He created all these vessels, so
right.
He can magnify any vessel at any moment. You know.
Hey, and that's why, yeah, that's
All
why it
that
says.
studying, all that don't mean anything, man.
Studying garbage. That's why it says, did ever any trust in Yahweh Bashim Shai and was confounded? No. We confound the wise. Make them wise, you know, the simple.
And that Proverbs chapter,
Think so.
it
Yeah,
says,
yeah,
you trust in the Lord and everything's like this.
yeah. Right. Right.
That's like
Yeah.
the global possession. Yo, you got. I'm telling you, like that's how decent the Lord is, man.
Yeah.
Because He shows you right in front of your face. He's like, you know what? I got these dummies out here. I'm gonna let them do it.
Right.
But I'm gonna put my broom in up. She ain't gonna be able to touch it. And if you touch one of them, it's gonna heap onto your head with more fools.
Woo. Guys, put a swift one out. Let me get that. It's a nice swift one, guys. Wow.
That's heavy because they look down.
I got some.
Because when Yahweh showers in the flesh, they look down on Him. But they grew up around Him. They knew His faults. You know? They knew, oh, he was a carpenter. But that's okay because that's how the Lord shows His power. He's the ones you least expected. The scripture says the ones that was least expected that were the king.
It's the book of
You
Luke.
never look down on anybody else, and that makes you more. That should make you more humble
God.
because this society, everybody's proud for no apparent reason. You know,
It's the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
Yo, you gotta
Woo.
that's what
God.
you gotta
It's the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
so they can't get over it. No, why do you think they right now they're in the 40s talking against us.
All right.
We gotta get these niggas off the streets.
Ah.
Yo, look at the executive order. Look at the executive orders. Look at the executive orders that Nero was signing in. I'm talking about fast.
Ah.
Since he got in the office, and yo, that's another way that you know that things are speeding by. Because this man, every single day wakes up, he got another order to sign.
Right.
Furthermore, they get you out by the stroke of the pen. That's what they did to the Gadites. What's that? Genesis the 49th chapter. Gad is a tree. He was overcame, and a lot of them that was overcame was through that pen. Not just the violence, it was the pen too. And this bastard is doing the same thing. So you think that's going to stand up? So this is prophecy, man. Look, they're trying so bad.
Yeah.
To get us out of here, man. What you want to do?
And understand, the Democrats got one strategy to get us out of here, and the Republicans got another. That's in that, what's that movie, Trick Baby? Right? They say, Paul, you don't get it. You got to lift some of them up, right? So that, remember that? Y'all remember that clip? Yeah. You got
some of them up because
so they could trust you.
Right, and be their mouthpiece.
Give me Deuteronomy
Right?
18:2.
Yeah, because the Republican guy said, hey, you're the one that gives them the jobs. You're the one that gets them, hey, he said, hey, you got to
That's
do
why they
that.
got these celebrities
Yeah,
and all that.
as their mouthpiece. Yeah,
Promoting shit, endorsing shit.
right.
Just like that chick, they're gonna do the same shit with that chick. And it's our own people.
Right.
Oh, but they said it, so it should be.
Deuteronomy 18:2.
Count, around 18.
You probably said it, but it's 18. That's a good what you said.
They always use our people against us. Divide and conquer. That's a witchcraft tactic. Because not only that is a witchcraft tactic, but it's a curse. And the Lord said that. How we going to be divided? Because what? The Lord uses stumbling blocks. Everybody's not going to get it. So a lot of stumbling block is purposely made for you niggas to get killed. As sad as it sounds. That's in the scriptures. But the elect is going to get it. And Lord willing, we be part of that number. That we not fall upon that stumbling block. Like it tells you in the book of when you get in the NLT, where we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. In the NLT it says we're not ignorant of his evil schemes. We know his evil schemes because we're watching. And the Lord got to deal with you spiritually to see that, to discern like, no, we know where that's coming from. The rest of the people are going to be sheep falling upon that same pit.
This is with Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 20. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name. This book of Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 18. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee.
Yeah, that's what the Lord is doing right now. This is salvation. Because you have to listen. That's all the talking about. This is a part of the salvation. Coming from all this bullshit that we do.
And we don't have the copyright to that terrible gospel music either.
They're going to give us another copyright.
Mother Betty.
They probably playing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is book of Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 18.
What?
I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee.
Prophet among your brethren. Donald Trump is not your fucking brother.
Right.
Well, if you want to technically be technical, going back to Jacob and Esau, yeah, he would be brother. But he's a wicked brother. Right? He wants to get you out of here. Why? Because it's all prophecy and everything has already been written and already spoken. So you niggas that trusted that guy,
But you said it right, brother, because of what the scripture say. 2 nations shall be in thy womb.
That's right.
Right? So, hey, he's not from among our nation.
So separate.
Yeah, they separate.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Lord separated.
But also, what did Isaiah say? One of them that go to Egypt for help. So
Huh.
you go into your enemy.
Right.
Because even though they was in the same room, that's still the enemy.
Right.
Going back to Cain, which committed the first murder, Cain and Abel.
God.
So that spirit is still here,
God.
you know, and they still want to get that revenge on us. You can't take our birthright, nigga. None of y'all. The Lord is waking us up again. You know?
Hey, it's not yours to take because it wasn't yours to give. How Bashem Mashai gave
That's
that.
right.
That's his.
That's right.
It says, so you can't take none from us because the Lord gave it to us.
Yo, what you just said, brother,
Right.
that's a heavy point.
God.
Because Yahweh Shah said, no man take my life from me.
God.
I'll lay it down.
God.
You know?
God.
So, no, man ain't give you your life. So
Right.
how can they take it from you?
Right.
It's like us. Like when we came into this thing, we laid everything down. Like, look, I said, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, Yahweh Shah, you take the wheel for real. Like, that's what we're at. We came out here for like faith.
God.
And faith and hopes to have salvation with the people there.
Yeah.
From righteousness. But you do have men that's out of that fruit. But the Lord will expose all that.
God. It says, I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth.
But it say like unto thee, meaning he's gonna look like you, he's gonna talk like you, he's gonna walk like you, he's gonna act like you.
Representation.
Yeah.
You know?
The same nation.
Exactly. Just like you got 12,000 prophets, 12,000 governors out of 12 tribes. That's 144,000.
God.
You coming in that image, as if he was here, you know,
God.
representing that same flow, that same spirit, the same words.
God. It says, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him.
See that? Yo, what are we doing now? We're out here speaking. Everything that the Lord told us to speak.
God.
We don't care like what you got going on. The truth is truth. It's a song from Tribal Seeds. A lot of Benjamites know that they know that they're Israelites. Like Sizzler, Tribal Seeds, you got Chronics, you got Protege, you got Samry. All those guys know. Yo, you got Capleton. That's my man. I think Capleton, that's my man. But like, those brothers know it to Israel. They might still say John and all this bullshit, but yo, when you listen to it, they know that the Israelites, but they got a messed up doctrine. Just like, yo, you got men out here now that's know that the Israelites are certain camps and everything, they say Jah. Hey, brother, I like this shit. Life is a journey. That's the truth. That's the truth. Listen, life is a journey. That's what we are. We're on a journey, man. We're on a whole journey to get the truth. That's why we come out. Like, we're learning now. Yo, we learn every day. People come out here. On the highways and heads speaking, people come, oh shit. Something is going to intrigue you, man. Yeah. We're going to be learning when we're in education. We're always with students. All right? You can't never get bigger than your master, because your master is never going to treat you wrong. That's the problem with Jake. Jake don't want to follow me. Every other father, bro.
It says,
They think they know everything. You can't tell them nothing.
right. Verse 19. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die.
Yo, that's why I did that. Yo, look, that's why I do my Martin Luther King. But right down, and then even my
Malcolm X, yeah.
because them devils set up a man to be that fall god that they can control.
All right.
The reason why they're really angry with us, they can't control us. How they say, them uppity niggas. That's what they call us. You know? But they could go to men like IUIC. I'm talking about the leaders. IUIC, ICK. All those men that got the 501c3.
Yeah, they'll fold.
Yeah, they went to those men.
Yeah, they'll fold.
Those the prophets. The Lord ain't called on them.
Fold them up like a cardboard box.
Motherfuckers went, even One West.
Right.
One West went to
Comfy.
Montel, that show, the talk show.
Right.
They went to that. Carmela Harris used to fuck with Montel, man. Well, who wasn't on there? The Apostles. Even though they came out, that's because the world already splits things up and separates things.
Just like what's the name? It's the fucking Oprah show. Remember them?
Right. Oprah, they had Phil Donahue show.
Went to the Oprah show. But see, we're not doing this. We're not taking matters into our own hands.
Right.
We're not protesting. We're not going to television or whatever. Yahweh didn't do that for the word to go out.
Right. Hey,
Because
speaking
it's
of
still out
words.
today. And all he did was say the truth to a certain few.
That's right.
You know? And you let that spread. Like wildfire. That's all through the spirit probably about should be on shot anyway.
Wow.
So now you doing that, it's like, what are you doing it for? For the Lucas sake, what are you doing it for? Because now it becomes in vain. We're not doing it in vain. You know, we could get killed out here, man. We could dead ass get locked up out here. For telling the truth that's in this book, in the scriptures.
Hey, and they want to kill us. That's why they assassinate our character. You know? That's clear. That's clear and evident. But it says 21, and if thou shalt say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which Yahweh has not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of Yahweh, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which Yahweh hath not spoken.
Show that man is a false prophet.
But the prophet has spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him. Ooh. Hey.
I'm not scared of these Christians. What are they? They're not prophesying.
Right.
But when they see us, they're like, oh, why are you so angry? What? Listen, because the Lord said he's coming. You know, just like when Samuel was prophesying, that caused riots. Because he was just telling you the truth. Not telling you like, yo, because I want you to die. No, the Lord is bringing this. Y'all get right, and I might be saved.
Hey, you know, when the Vlade Divac was out, they was giving them things in the church, in our neighborhoods, right? So, hey, they put so much fear, especially in our women, right, to get that thing. Because what they tell you you're going to die if you don't get it, right? And if you don't get it, you're going to cause other people to die. Where did all that go? What happened to all that? So they tried to use that fear tactic, right? Hey, that's why, hey, we don't believe you. You need more people.
Hey, what
right?
the scripture says,
You know what I'm
the Lord
saying?
gave us not the spirit of fear.
Right.
Power.
Right.
So we can understand that.
Try to run the banana in the tailpipe on the brothers. Hey, man, we ain't believing that con game shit. Yeah, no diddy. No, hey, you gotta have fun with this. You gotta have fun with this. Because Esau's a goddamn demon, man. And hey, that judgment is coming.
Hey, all you read about the prophets, they didn't feel it. The judgment that was right in front of their eyes.
Right.
That's why a lot of these people are gonna fall, man. You know,
Right.
the majority, hey, 2/3 shall be cut off from God
Right.
because of that. You know, these people haven't witnessed mass death around them
Right.
like they've witnessed in the Middle East.
And they don't think it's coming here. It's coming here.
Alarm clocks is fucking bombs.
Right. Cell phones. Yeah. Them
That's a
pages.
lot. Boom.
Them pages.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
That's all they hear is bombs.
That's why this place is referred to as what? The virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right.
You know? Because this is the shortest time span of opportunity. Anyway, slow. Anyway. You got it.
Oh.
Jeremiah 14.
14. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 14.
Fucking joke, huh?
Then Yahweh said unto me,
Fucking joke, nigga.
the prophets prophesied lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy of you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught, and the deceit of their heart. God.
You got it, brother.
Hey, I mean, when you think about it, we got so-called men of the Lord, so-called Israelites, so-called leaders that are they're prophesying lies, right? That are speaking doctrines of devils.
Yo, look what happened to this guy, Come.
Right.
Now all of a sudden he said
That's open. You gotta use your card.
You got a card?
A credit card?
Yeah,
Get in there. No, you got a bank account.
bank card, Bank America card.
Yeah, I have a credit card.
So put it in the
Nobody
slot.
see credit card. The Bank of America card.
Let me-
That's why these goddamn. Ooh. Always something trying to disrupt the message.
The prophets prophesied lies in my name, because who are these false prophets? You know, they're saying sometimes Yahweh, sometimes Yahweh Shah. Then they go back Most High in Christ bless, go play yogurt, all this type of madness, right? So yeah, they claim to be Israelites, but they're teaching doctrines of devils, right? They're not teaching the full truth. You know, they speak a lot of smooth words. So, hey, and what the Lord say? I'm going to start in my sanctuary first. You know, we often get on the Christian pastors, but hey, he's going to start with people that call themselves so-called Israelites and the so-called leaders, right? Preaching nonsense. That's a demon themselves,
He's gonna hit up the heads first.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Just like in the hood. If you want to get your block back, you have to hit up the connects,
God,
the main ones. The Lord is gonna hit up the main ones first, starting at his house first.
right,
Because why? Because you know better. You know the truth,
right,
and you still spewing lies
right,
for whatever reason.
right,
Because you trusting in your enemy, double is upon you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So We're not out here for that. We're not out here with a basket. We out here. We bought our own tripod, our own books, and the Lord gave us the word. And we just generally want to wake up our people, man. On a daily too, not just now. So they don't like that because that's the spirit of the Lord. They can feel it, man. They can feel it throughout the whole world. They can feel it because the Lord is bringing us back to our remembrance for us to be able to do this. You know, through the YouTube, through the streets, through the Caribbeans, through however. That's the Lord's Spirit coming now. Now, because the scriptures tell you, this word is going to go out to the gates of the nobles. Showing that them niggas, them warlocks in the White Houses, yeah, they having nightmares. They're having nightmares. You know? Because as long as we out here speaking that name, they're going to have nightmares. Because the Lord is getting nearer and nearer and nearer. You know?
Hey, and going back to this precept, you know, in terms of Yahweh said unto them, the prophets prophesied lies in my name, I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them.
What's one of those things that they prophesied lies?
Yeah.
Shit, a name wrong. I was over there in the Philippines, right? Just saying Yahweh. Letting you know. And know that's why, like, this internet that we're on, this YouTube, there's a channel and a tunnel that go through all four corners of the earth. And that's actually in the scriptures. When it says, I believe it's in the book of Romans, and it's also in the book of Psalms. So what the sound went out into the ground. Right? The sound went into the ground, meaning when you speak, this right here, your words go, and it goes on all four corners of the earth. Yo, even Instagram, Facebook, and everything. You'll be surprised, like the people that you'll see on that channel. And yo, you pull up like certain videos, like how you know it's going through all four corners of the earth. The apostles just set it up where you come on the union. Right? They was the ones that said this word has to go out. It ain't just going out the YouTube. Now you got the Rumble, you got the Tumblr, you got all these things that we speak. Read that again one more time.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 14. Then Yahweh said unto me, the prophets prophesied lies in my name. I sent them not.
Because you got your Clifford Dollars, you got your churches, Christian churches. Right? We say these things every week, all the time. Even that's why Jeremiah, and that's my guy. He's a Benjamin. The prophet Jeremiah. I always like to bring him up because he prophesied against, all the prophets prophesied against many kings and everything like that.
Yeah.
But they always was trying to go with the prophets of the heart. But the Lord showed them who he was, man. You know? He showed them who he was, man. Like, this is who I am, this is what I said, this is that. Just like right now. Like, we might look like nobodies to y'all.
Right.
We might look like insignificant people to y'all, but the word is going out. And you can't stop it. And that's why we always refer back to the Bible to let you know these are not our words, these are the words of the Lord. And all we do is sit here and break the words down to you, to give you a narrative, so to speak. You know? But y'all niggas is crazy, man.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 9, it says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto, according to thy word. With my whole heart have I sought thee. Oh, let me not wander from thy commandments. Thy word have I hid. Thy word have I hid in my heart that I might not sin against thee.
Yo, look at the people. That's why, yo, like this right here, this, I'll use myself as an example. I got this Isaiah 40 and 31 on my wrist. And when I look at that, it reminds me of the old prophets and everything. They bound around their arms, straps, to remind them of the law, statutes, and commandments. And their head, like what the Jewish people got, they got that little cube. That's what the priests were, and inside of it, it holds scriptures. So that represents always on your mind. You're bound with it, even the tassels and everything. Even with our fringes that we wear. That's a reminder, a constant reminder of who you are, who you serve. Not being like the rest of these other nations. That's why the Lord set us apart from all these other nations. We the ones that got these, man. The fringes. But now, of course, being here in this society, Esau, they want to do what they do. Try to control and corrupt it, but you can't. That's why we want the Lord. We want His words to be healed. What is that?
How can a man then cleanse his ways?
How can you cleanse your ways?
Hey, what it tells you in Baruch, I believe that's Baruch 4. It says, we shall remember ourselves in our captivity.
Mm.
You know?
Where we at?
In our captivity.
How can a man cleanse his ways? Let's go back to the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
Read.
Right.
Because I remember when I first started learning again, everything I've read, I'm like, I put that law, I put that law, I put that law. I'm like, God damn, I don't even want to read them. But it convicted me. It convicted me to the point I'm able to stand out here. It's called repentance. And not being no hypocrite either, man. But a lot of people try to tell you that. The Lord said He'll remove far from you your sins, far from your evilness from the rest. If you turn back to Him, the only one that's going to make you turn back to Him is Him. Contrary to the church. Oh, just turn back to the Lord. Yo, you don't choose the Lord, the Lord chooses you. The Lord chooses you. That's like an Edomite coming out here, but I chose the Lord. Well, listen. Unfortunately, He didn't choose you.
This is the madness of the Christian church too.
Exactly.
Yeah, what he said, just praise the Lord, and you can say,
Right. Yeah, that's just about to go into that. All you got to say, accept Jesus Christ into your heart, and you're good forever.
Hey, sir,
What kind of
sir,
madness is that?
Can I ask you a question? Yo, can you choose the Lord or did the Lord choose you, brother? I said, can you choose the Lord or does the Lord choose you?
Hey, grew up in a Christian church. He says, you choose the Lord, I guess. Okay. But here's the thing too, with how
that means
merciful.
you can choose any Lord.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
anything could be your Lord. A statue could
That's
be your
just
Lord.
madness. That's utter madness. Here's how merciful Yahweh Bashim Shai is. He has his men out here rebuking that and showing you the way, right? So, hey, our 2/3, and even again, men that call themselves to be of Yahweh Bashim Shai, they're heaping coals into themselves. So that judgment, hey, you gonna have a stack full like this too, because the men of the Lord, starting with the elders and apostles of GMS, are rebuking you with love to show you the proper doctrine, and you're refusing it.
Can I ask you a question, sir? Real fast. Just real fast. Yo, can you choose the Lord or did the Lord choose you? Huh? Can you choose the Lord or does the Lord choose you?
It depends on how you look at it. Predestination. Predestination. He knows us before we know Him. That's how we get that salvation. But we choose Him at a point in time that we already knew that we were choosing.
You said that predestination.
So it's cool. So a person that's uneducated, they would look at him and
Yeah.
he tried to do all that.
I mean, he didn't get it right. He didn't get it right. Let's be clear.
But he
Right.
said predestination,
Right.
what you said.
Yep.
And that's the truth.
Yeah, that's
but
it.
With that, but he tried to spin
Yeah,
on
but
it.
that's it. Yeah, he went to that Christian stuff too.
He
Right,
know
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Come on, dude.
He couldn't get out of that
It's a
Christianity.
yes or
man.
no
Right.
question.
Yay, let your yay
Can
be
you
yay,
choose?
and nay be nay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you choose the Lord or does the Lord choose you?
Yep.
Right.
Yes or no?
Right.
Because if he knows that you're gonna choose him, he would have not chose you to do that.
That's what I mean. That's some confused words.
You
That's
know
why
what I'm saying?
people all
That's
jacked
like,
up now.
that's like the devil
It's simple.
trying to. Is it yes or no? Like
Yeah, it's a
what
simple
you said.
question. Simple
Because
question.
if he didn't chose you, you would have never been able to think you could. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then we get the scriptures on. So.
That's confusion.
Yeah,
Lord's
yeah.
not the author of confusion,
Right.
man.
And he's confused. That's why he didn't know how to answer it. Because he's been bamboozled, run amok, you know, hoodwinked.
Jeremiah 23, 16 about this wonder of salvation, because and that's why I keep asking people, can you choose salvation? It has to be preordained. But the Lord puts you out here. Salvation comes first. So listen.
Yeah, the hearing of the word.
Receiving and understanding, but also with that, it has to be put into your mind to receive the message.
That's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23. He said 16. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouth of Yahweh.
So you're like, no, start at, what was that, 20?
16.
Start at 13.
This book of
Not
Jeremiah.
because, no, that's right to the point. For
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 13.
That's right.
And I have seen folly in the prophets of Samaria. They prophesied in Baal and caused my people Israel to err.
Bro, just like, no,
Yeah,
that's why.
he caused them to err. Yeah. Jeez.
Break it down, bro. You got it.
Right? Because again, he read it, right? Because he had to read predestination somewhere, right? But he couldn't get out of his mind the crack house he'd been in for so long, right? He's addicted to that madness, right? That's worse than the goddamn crack house. He's addicted to that madness that it infiltrated what he actually read in the Word. That's a hell of a drug. That Christianity's a hell of a drug. Jeez. It says, I have seen also in the province of Jerusalem a horrible thing. They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of evildoers.
That's the all the tribes. And they committed adultery. How did they commit adultery? They went around warring after different gods, serving other gods. And then you bring it to your children, but you don't even believe it because it was brought to you first. It was presented to you. Now all they say is, yo, you know what? It's for the children.
Right.
That's what they want to do to you. Oh, that's crazy. Everybody is comfortable here. I say I'm comfortable in the skin that I'm in.
Yeah.
You're comfortable in being the fucking same.
Right.
I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not perfect. I mess up. I
Right.
slip up all the time.
But you know,
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not no great man. None of that. You know. But one thing I do know, like, I can't get jiggy with this shit.
Right.
And that's why we fuck. That's why we repent.
Right.
Lord, forgive us. We messed up. We effed up. We ain't walking around thinking we saved already.
Right.
Because if you walking around like that, mentally, you comfortable with whatever's around you already. I'm saved already, so I could just, no. The scripture say he that endure to the end shall be saved. What are you saved from? What are you saved from? Because the ultimate prophecy, like the mark of the beast and the children, World War III rather, ain't come to pass. So
Right.
what do you say?
Hey, and just think about it, right? Just think about this concept, because this has always been a thing in Israel too. Like, I don't sin, right? There's several camps that talk about they don't sin. They don't sin anymore. Just think about it. If we didn't sin, what would be happening? We wouldn't die. The wages of sin are death, right?
Right.
So, and also, we would be the most proudful people if we didn't sin. The Lord humbles us through our sins. It brings about that humility. That's why the brother said he's not comfortable, because he's being humble. Like, you're not perfect. So it also gives you the understanding that when you come against a brother for sinning that you done sinned, hey, watch yourself, right? Because then you got that mote in your eye, right? The scriptures tell the story. And some people just can't get with it. You got to get with it. Because again, if we would be in that second covenant too, because we would be teaching our own brothers, right? Because we'd be perfect. No, that perfect is going to come in the second covenant, the new covenant. Like, this is not that hard to understand.
Just alone, but laying back on what you said, just alone, us being in the flesh,
Right,
it's sin.
right.
Now, you can go in there deep. Because Yahweh Shah was what? Yahweh Shah was what? Put his sin. How was he put his sin? He was put in the flesh. A man, matter of fact, roughly paraphrase, it says a man that was not to know sin, knew sin. Roughly paraphrase. Just I believe that's a Hebrew. That's one of the Yahweh Shah. So if Yahweh Shah was put into sin, so you camps with the brother sin, like for you camps to talking about we don't sin, we don't. So you don't believe in Yahweh Shah. Now look at Gorilla Hebrew.
That's 2 Corinthians.
All the Gorilla doing is, yeah, kind of.
2 Corinthians what?
I could bring it out. For
Okay.
But like the Gorilla, right? I gotta see. As soon as the Gorilla, he took a banana and said, and cried on camera about it. Because he got exposed. Now you a prick. Yo, whack. Yo, and the nigga name is Whack 100.
Wait, what? You
Nigga.
a grip with that nigga? What?
Yeah,
That do that podcast? That
Oh,
ballhead?
the Saints
Wax,
New
wax,
Jersey.
wax is blood, right? He's part.
No, I
part
think
I-
not, but
look,
you got Saints in New Jersey just did a video. Somebody sent. I ain't watching videos. People send me some of the stuff I can't keep up on everything. But I know that one time he said Gorilla Hebrew says he's a prick. He was with Back 100 and a couple other niggas. You can't. But yo, honestly, like all those things don't surprise me. If it's surprising, you wasn't paying attention. And of course, like the man really want to be compassionate. He hope there will be a hopes for a man to make it, to get out, come out and sin at the end. You know. But hey, at the end of the day, it's just.
Yeah, now-
not dealing with that.
Yeah, now if the guy said he was once a Crip, that's different. But if you talking about you a Crip now, he's an idiot.
After you got caught, and yo,
Well, yeah, wax of
You got-
blood. He's
Yeah, but no, he was in the video with him.
probably with the Crips. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
probably do some affiliation.
They was all sitting in the same
Yeah.
room together.
Yeah.
I believe it was on the pocket, and that's another
Right.
thing that lets you know that's a bunch of bullshit. Because you got Bloods and Crips. Now, Dr. Buster, Whack 100, he's a blood now. This nigga, the Gorilla saying he's a Crip. That's just for more publicity.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's like you had.
That ain't nothing to glorify.
Back in the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was the 80s, early 90s when they did that song with the Bloods and the Crips came together. I think it was NWA, Easy, walking together. Something like that. And that's how it started off anyway. The
Ice-T,
the Bloods and the Crips started off on some, you're trying to
Community.
Yeah, the police in your community.
But then they brought the CIA to infiltrate that. To
Same shit they're
Right.
doing right now.
Divide
Divide them. Yeah.
You know? But now they doing it with these podcasts, you know what I mean, for association, for money.
Right.
Just to gain publicity. Like, hey, man, we're not doing none of that.
Brother, I thought you was a music connoisseur. You should know that's Ice-T.
And that's,
Colors.
and that's
Colors.
like these gangs. That's like these other camps.
Colors.
They're like gangs.
Yeah.
Yo, that was a balloon.
Yeah.
They had a balloon there.
Yeah, but these camps are becoming like gangs, you know?
Right.
Oh, you down with the purple and gold?
Right.
I heard people tell me, no. I'm not, you know what I mean? You down with the ones with
Because
the
y'all,
black.
you know what? And guess what? It's a lot. Because that's what that man represents. Confusion. Like the game man. Like I said, I saw a possible bars video. I ain't watched it yet. But it said this thing has become entertainment. And certain people, and that's why I'm like, you can't watch every Israelite video,
Right.
especially now. Man. Even back then, you couldn't. The Lord has to guide you. This shit is like a soap opera.
Yeah, that's stupid. Why would you go on I guess he went on a No Jumper podcast. That's because that's what whack is, right? Yeah, that No Jumper. Why would you do that?
I don't even
Represent
watch
to be an Israelite, talk about what happened with you and your wife. Why would you go on a podcast like that?
Yo,
If you're a
when I
so-called
look
man
at
of the
it,
Lord.
When I look at things now, and this time,
That's awful.
yo, he's been exposed so many times.
Yeah.
Why you gotta keep exposing this man?
Right. He's been rebuked
He's
so
been
many
exposed.
times.
He's been exposed. The man, you seeing who he is. All these things, you seeing who they are. That's surprising you.
Right.
Come on, man. The Lord is just. The Lord is not the author of confusion. He makes no mistakes. I don't gotta do 1,000 videos on one man.
Huh.
Brothers did it. I mean, brothers do videos, and that's the circulation, and that's exposing that man. Once you see it, now your eye is on him. He's back to worse and worse. The niggas out the truth. That's like a nigga doing slap. It's like a man doing the video on Eurodan. He's back in the world. And he was an eloquent teacher, man. But you don't hear nobody doing videos on him.
Oh, yeah, the brother from Atlanta?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was
I
an
used to
eloquent
watch him.
Me too.
Yeah.
I used to watch that dude like
Yeah.
grab my pen and
Yeah,
paper
take
like
notes, yeah.
I see, yo, that's the way. But yo, he's back in the world smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, and all that thing.
Dang.
At the front game of the Sixers, or not the Sixers, well, wherever you're at. Front game of the, whatever you're at.
The Hawks, Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah. But yo, man, like, yo, what's the doctrine is the doctrine. You teach the word, man. This ain't to get famous off of.
Right.
It's just to tell the truth, man.
And to have
You're
every pair of
supposed to
Jordans.
be more hated. These supposed to be liked. Fuck out of here.
Hey, but when you do wicked, like you taking brothers' credit cards so you can buy
You
Jordans.
expose it.
Yeah, you
You
go
expose it.
Money, yeah.
right.
You expose
Yeah,
it.
the Lord's
And
going
you let it
to
be
put you
known
down.
in front of all Israel, and then continue on
That's why the
because
beloved,
you spoke with.
Right.
that's why the beloved apostle Obama
Had to go out there.
Go down
Yeah,
there
yeah.
and situate that whole scenario.
That's crazy. That was crazy.
Because even like with Apostle Tahar, right? He gets on Nate. Why? Because he knows him personally. He gets on Vocab Malone. Because Vocab Malone, you're just a flick. You keep coming around. You know? So you got to keep getting on that guy. So you just leave. The Apostle Tahar to the friends like, yo, just call the cops. Because he's tired of dealing with that dude, man.
But
Why
here's
you keep coming around?
Right.
What you keep coming around for? If we out here talking lies, we're telling bullshit. Why are you coming around, man?
But here's the thing also with Apostle Hart. He'll start with GMS first, though. If you went off, he's going to address it. He's going to address it publicly, too.
Fucking right.
Hey, if you put out a video publicly and you went off a bit, he's going to talk about it.
Fucking right.
In love, though. Rebuke in love. He's not trying to embarrass nobody. You know, and I'm sure he'd probably also talk to him personally, too. Had that guy give me a call, right? Or let me
But
call
yo,
him.
I know Apostle Tahar, like he, like, certain dudes that they know the Israelites Apostle Hana come, and he salutes him. He like, yo, I remember a video when he got in the car. He's like, oh, I just saw so and so. So we saluted this, that. But he had to tell the truth. Like, yeah, he said, you get on this guy, but he knows that he's an Israelite.
Right.
Nah, it's not out of hate.
Right. It's love.
Nothing is done out of hate. With us, man. Nothing.
Because that's real love.
Yeah, that's love.
Telling the truth
That's
is real
what I'm
love.
Yeah.
We're telling you the truth about everything. That's why we get on you.
Real love.
But I can't, like, some of you niggas, man, just fade the fuck away. Just fade away. Because first of all, your shit is weak as hell. You know? Well, I understand why the Lord he allows men to keep getting on. And it's not even the man, it's the spirit of the man. That's what it's about. It's the spirit. We're spiritual men, so we come as spirits. We're not coming at nobody in particular. We're coming at the spirit that's on that man. Because once the Lord removes that spirit off of him, and we get into the kingdom, we're going to be perfect.
Right.
Right here, you got how do you say, you got a different flavor of the week. You're gonna have a flavor of the month. Because what they do to niggas, they keep doing shit because they like that attention. This ain't no entertainment shit, man. This is real life, man.
Yeah, I got a quick one. The book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 11. Matter of fact, let me go to Titus chapter 1, verse. Let me start at 10. It says, "But there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers,
Yo, that's the Israel.
especially they of the circumcision."
Right.
It said many deceivers, man. Many devils.
Right.
Niggas is devils, man. That know the Israelites.
Yeah.
Because they're deceiving the people. For whatever reason. For money, for a vain crown, for whatever, you know. It says, "But there are many unruly and vain talkers." Unruly and vain talkers. You're not up here for being unruly. We're trying to rule through the scriptures. That's the rulership. That's the order. The order to ordain things.
We don't own the rights to this music.
And vain talkers. It says, and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. It says,
Especially there, the circumcision. Now, when it goes into the circumcision, that's being a man that knows that he's a Israelite. That's why it talks about you have to be uncircumcised in the mind, right? So it's like when you do the Passover, there's a certain part of the ceremony, and you gotta be like, yo, all circumcised men stand up. And you're the only one that's be able to touch the Torah and bless yourself. Right? You have to be circumcised, but you got some men they might be circumcised in mind, but they're not circumcised down there. But then you got men that's circumcised down there, but their mind are not circumcised. But the Lord, he has to, the Lord is bad. Of course you're supposed to get circumcised. That's a part of the law, especially for men. But you got men that they just they want to they lead you astray because of what they think they know. Well, other knows this. A lot of them know a lot, but then they follow them. That's why I said circumcised.
because circumcision represents to be cleansed. You know what I'm saying?
Clean.
That's what it represents, so you won't be infected by the pollutions of whatever they're from.
Yo, that come out to clean house.
You don't want to be infected spiritually, first and foremost. Because if you're spiritually, mentally infected, with the mind is sick, the whole body is sick. So meaning, if you're the head and you're sick, the whole church is sick.
God.
So now you gotta blame the head. So that's why you gotta know what church to go to. You know? The apostles, hey man, they're the men of the Lord. And we believe that. You know?
Yo, and what you said, right? You said the whole body, like, there's something I'm loving to it, like, something like that. Basically, like, yo, just keep your conscience clear, all right? Serve the Lord, right? But a lot of these people, when you go out here, that's why we're doing false prophet, salvation, and everything. Because you got all these people set up out here to deceive. Look, her, she was never deceived.
Huh.
And she dressed moderately and everything.
But
she
you would
says
think
I'm
she-
a God, yeah, but she says I'm a God. You know?
You would think she's
She'll
circumcised.
look at her like, yo, oh, miss, listen, we just point out the obvious, the elephant in the room, man. I don't got to concentrate.
Real quick, it says, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses,
His mouths have to be stopped.
teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre.
So your mouth, like you false prophets, has to be stopped. And who's going to It's not us.
Right.
We ain't gonna come into all your church buildings. I see so many men that go to these churches that they think everything is fine. They think it's cool. But guess what? I'll tell you one thing. When you start learning this word and you really stand for it, and the people that's around you, they see the change in you, they respect you. They're not
Right.
going to tell you that they respect you. They're gonna scoff at you. They're gonna talk shit because that's in their nature. Because they don't want you. That's like a crab in a fucking pot, man.
God.
They want to pull you back down. You have to be different. You can't be like everybody else, man. You be like everybody else, you's a bitch ass nigga, man. Straight up. You's a bitch ass nigga. You gotta be different.
Set apart.
God.
Good, brother.
God. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hands or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Yo, you see this every week. It's already out. It's already set up. I see like they call the audible. The players already called.
Wow.
You know? Because, yo, they're signing away your rights as of right now. And honestly, you really didn't ever have no rights. We can ask the Gadites that. But the Gadites was right there when they signed them treaties, started. And they signed them right out of that shit.
Right.
Oh, we'll give you this and this and this. And look at the reservations. Look how impoverished those are. Those are fucking ghettos, man. Drug infested, fucking alcohol infested, man. That's your fucking reservations. But you look at that like that's a good thing. You niggas live on reservations.
Gambling and shit.
Fuck out of here. God,
How is that a reconciliation? Like,
Right.
how is that a, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that they could give us now that would make up for everything that they did.
Yeah. That's why it says,
Besides their blood,
yeah, would you render me a
every
recompense?
single one of them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's not a recompense.
That's why Yahushua's coming back. You know?
Right.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying, with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, and image and receive his mark in his forehead, or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, and worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
Because Yahweh Shah's coming back to claim his people.
Ah.
You can't be claimed by this place. So Lord's willing, this was edifying. We got something out there. Until next week, we're going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rechak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostle, elders, and bishops, the great millstone, to us the truth, honor side teachers, and the elect. So next week, we're going to say Wafa Baba Ball,
What's about it?
Kwam Yahshua.
Come here, Sean. Ah.